What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Paul Pierce was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence this past Tuesday. The NBA legend was found asleep at the wheel by police on the 101 freeway in the San Fernando Valley. Officers noted signs of alcohol impairment and conducted a DUI investigation. The California Highway Patrol said in a statement to media. Authorities were responding to a multi-vehicle accident on the north side of the freeway in North Hollywood. After the lanes reopened, the officers found Pierce's Range Rover stopped in the middle of the traffic on the opposite side of the freeway, according to the report. He was later cited and released from custody. The Basketball Hall of Famer made 10 NBA All-Star teams during his 19-year career. Pierce won the NBA championship with the Boston Celtics, as well as finals MVP, I believe, with the Celtics in 2008, with whom he spent the vast majority of his career. I believe he also played with the Brooklyn Nets, the Wizards, and I believe the Clippers in his NBA career. The Kansas product has been in and out of the sports media since retiring from the NBA after 2016-17 season. Pierce, who was 47, spent nearly 4 years with ESPN until he was fired by the company in April 2021 after posting racy Instagram videos that showed him smoking what appeared to be marijuana and hanging out with strippers. He joined Fox in 2024 until his FS1 show Speak was canceled this past July. All right, so Paul Pierce posted this shortly after his arrest, right? Said, and I guess this is Instagram. Imagine being stuck in standstill traffic for 45 minutes and falling asleep. I took this picture that night because I've never been in standstill traffic for this long. I'm old, I'm tired, and I fell asleep. I'm good, y'all. Thanks for the love. Now, we all know that LA traffic can be absolute hell, and it's gotten even worse lately than advertised. And I have not, I have heard of people actually falling asleep in traffic, dozing off. I know of a person who, I know a friend of mine that lives in New York, and they've told me that they have briefly dozed off in traffic, that they've been in traffic for over an hour. Over an hour at times, especially I think it was during a snowstorm, right? He had to go to work. And the traffic was moving so slow that he dozed off. Now, if I dozed off and police come knocking on my car door, when I'm awakening, I'm going to seem groggy and out of it. That can be mimicking me being drunk, when in actuality, I just was tired, right? So this suspicion of DUI shit, I don't know about it. It sounds kind of dubious to me, because do you smell alcohol or not? Now, if you smell alcohol, that's one thing. But suspicion, that sounds kind of, I don't know, that sounds kind of flimsy to me, man. Now, if it comes back to he, was drunk, they got the proof with the breathalyzer and, and all that type stuff, then that's one thing, man. I do know that Paul Pierce can get lit. You can tell from some of his, live streams that he do appear to be intoxicated sometimes, right? He do appear to be a little bit tipsy. Not staggeringly, not like Scott Hall type ridiculous drunkenness, but you can tell he's had a taste or two, right? I'm like this though. I don't know, man. Maybe I just have a flaw where I just compare energy with certain situations with others, And I'm just amazed at how many people out there, right, on social media who are calling for Paul Pierce to be banned from television, right? Banned from television now for falling asleep. But you can't get these motherfuckers to have an opinion about Mark Sanchez, who pulverized a 70-year-old man. It's like I can't rouse any feelings of anger or anything with Mark Sanchez. It's like certain people are just wired to give Mark Sanchez the benefit of the doubt about all of this stuff. Oh, well, I mean, I gotta know all the facts about it. Well, you don't know what okay, well, you need to know what facts do you need? They're all out there. He was the aggressor. The old dude had to resort to using a knife to get this behemoth football player off of him. I mean, I know the roles are reversed, and usually you want the big hulking aggressor to be somebody that looked like me. I don't want to use too much of a descriptive term because that'll be bullying, I guess. But anyway, I know that the circumstances don't fit what you prefer it to be from, the way you usually want to look at these situations. But why is it nobody's clamoring for Mark Sanchez to lose his job? Nobody. I don't see it. But Paul Pierce, who's already off television, needs to be banned forever because you suspect that he might have been under the influence of alcohol. Now, I am lucky that I am lucky, but I am happy that luckily nothing happened to Paul Pierce, because fall asleep in the middle of traffic, I mean, yeah, you just never know. That could have been very dangerous for Paul Pierce. And that's an unfortunate situation. But if it's because he fell asleep and not because he was intoxicated, well, then that's something different. That was just an unfortunate circumstance where, that shit just happened. And let's be honest, like, the other incident with the Instagram, his wife didn't care about that. His wife was sitting right next to him, right? Everybody jumped to conclusion. I remember that crap. Everybody jumped to conclusion. Isn't he a married man? And what would his wife think? And the whole time, his wife was sitting right next to him. That's what I'm talking about when people don't mind their own business. If his wife ain't got a problem with it, who knows how they get down? Maybe they get down a certain type of way. Maybe his wife is into girls. What I'm saying is people don't mind their damn business. Same thing with Travis Hunter. Everybody want to know what's going on with his relationship. Still talking about this man's girlfriend or wife or whatever they are now, fiance. Still talking about it. But you talk about Bill Belichick's girlfriend, hey man, that's none of your business. Man, why you worried about what he doing? Why you always worried about what a black man doing there? Why? And I'm not even talking. And look, I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about my own people. Crabs in a bucket, or crabs in a barrel. Whatever the case may be, whatever the analogy, whatever the metaphor, it fits. But anyway, I wish the best to Paul Pierce, and I'm not jumping to conclusions until I get more information. Just like everybody else do with everybody else. And that's how I feel about it.